Welcome to this essential course on management and leadership skills for managers. Unit 1 is Introduction to Management, an introductory session that will provide you information on different facets of management skill set required for you to be a successful manager. In this unit, we cover the following topics. We learn about what is management, what are the different levels and types of management, what are the functions of a manager, and your role and responsibility as a manager. In this unit, we will go over the definition and overview of each of these areas, and in subsequent units under the course, we will go in detail on each of these areas. Once you have completed all the units under this topic, you will have insights, knowledge, and information on skills needed to be successful in the management roles. To understand what you need to do to be successful as a manager, we first need to understand what is management. In Wikipedia definition, management in business and organizations is the function that coordinates the efforts of people to accomplish goals and objectives using available resources efficiently and effectively. According to Dr. Kinnicky, which is the second definition on this slide, Dr. Kinnicky is a very renowned professor in the field of management. He has won many honors and awards for his work in this field. So according to Dr. Kinnicky, management of a business consists of goal creation, commitment, reward and accomplishment with human interaction at every turn. Few similarities in the two definitions. It's about goal setting and accomplishment of goals. It's about human interaction or effectively using resources or the efforts of people. And it's about rewards, it's about accomplishment and commitments you make to business. After understanding the definition of management, let's now learn about the different levels and types of management. There are three different levels of management: top level, middle level, and frontline management. And there are two different types of management, the functional and the general management. The top level management consists of board of directors, CEOs, presidents, and general managers, etc. The top management is the ultimate source of authority, and it manages goals and policies for an enterprise. They are responsible for developing goals, strategic plans, company policies, and make decisions about the direction of the business. This level devotes more time on planning and coordinating functions. The next level is the mid-level management. These are the branch managers and the departmental managers that constitute the mid-level management. They are responsible to provide guidance to lower level managers and inspire them towards better performance. The mid-level management reports to the top management for the functioning of their department. They devote more time to organizational and directional functions. The next is the frontline management. These are also called the lower level management. They consist of supervisors, section officers, etc. They assign employee tasks, guide and supervise employees, quality assurance, provide technical expertise, deal with customers and clients, etc. This level of management refers to those executives whose work has to be largely with personal oversight and direction of operative employees. And the two different types of management, the functional versus the general management. A functional manager is a person who has management authority over an organizational unit, such as a department, whereas a general manager focuses on the entire business as a whole. So a general manager would be the head of entire HR activity, for example, And a functional manager would be a line manager within the HR organization responsible for a particular area of work within HR. Now that we've understood the definition of management and have reviewed the types and levels of management, let's talk about the functions of a manager. According to Peter Drucker, the best known and most widely influential thinker and writer on the subject of management theory and practice, a manager has 5 primary functions. A manager is responsible to set objectives and goals. We've all heard about goal setting and target setting. That's the job of a manager. A manager's role or a function is to organize tasks, resources, people. We are all familiar with the org charts, the role descriptions. These are created by the people in the management roles. A manager is responsible to motivate and communicate up, down, and around the organization. Managers are responsible to measure results and results to be measured against established targets, because those are the yardsticks to see whether the group or the department is successful in accomplishing the goals or not. Managers are responsible to develop people in their teams. People are the primary resource of a company, and people development is a very important aspect of management. We will touch each of these functions in a little more detail in the following slides. Since Peter Drucker's book Principles of Management, thousands of books have been written on the subject. There are a few more items that can be added to the original list of Peter Drucker. A function of a manager goes beyond the 5 functions earlier stated in the slide. A manager is responsible to make quality decisions. They are responsible to hire great people and to delegate when they can. The manager is responsible to improve process and quality. They are in the best position to see the overall workflow and make adjustments and improvements as needed. A manager is responsible to develop themselves and their management style. So they have to keep up both for their technical skills and management skills. Today, a manager leads by example, by gaining trust and respect of his team and not by top-down command and control. A manager must know how to manage risks. A manager should be able to identify risks and possible responses within their scope of work. Make sure that the levels of risks are compatible with the goals of the organization. To summarize, a manager is responsible for setting the objectives and goals planned for his organization. Manager is responsible for getting planned activities completed efficiently with and through other people. Managers are responsible for meeting and exceeding the objectives and goals. To put all our learning in context, a manager is specifically responsible for all of the above activities. Goal setting. For goal setting, the manager needs to have a plan. A plan that is built by strong inputs and directions and approval from the upper management. A plan that is built by working with managers' teams. A plan that has been communicated to all stakeholders up, down, and across the organization in a timely fashion. A manager needs to build their team, because those are the teams that will get the plan activities get completed in a timely fashion. Manager needs to know their team members, need to build relationships with and stay alert to what's going on with their team. They need to arrange team building workshops, functional training, so that their teams are working together, collaborating effectively, and have the required or requisite training needed to be successful. They need to ensure that the team is properly staffed and has adequate resources to do the job. And working with the team to define the job function and responsibility for each of the member. A manager should make sure a backup plan is in place for continuity if a team member falls sick, quits, etc. Manager needs to monitor, to measure. They have to monitor and see the team members are doing their jobs correctly, efficiently, and on schedule. They have to manage and resolve conflicts between team members. It's a very important aspect as you're dealing with people. Managers need to learn how to manage problem employees, when to escalate things up the ladder, and when you are authorized to act on your own. Managers need to measure performance against established rules and yardsticks. Then they need to know when to delegate. Delegate when appropriate. Assign self-contained tasks to other staff members within defined goals and schedule. What does that mean? Managers need to identify tasks that can be self-contained and assign them to their team members, along with a timeline to complete those tasks, so that end of the day the entire task gets completed when everybody completes their bit of work that's been assigned to them. A good manager never micromanages and always remembers they are accountable for the success of the projects that they take. A good manager creates a productive work environment. A productive work environment is an environment where the employees feel empowered and they can express themselves freely. They work productively. They're confident that someone is looking out for them and their careers. There's a constant stream of feedback, both to the members of the team and back to the manager. Managers should give regular and timely feedback to members about their performance, including what they do well and where they need to improve. Always be positive, respectful, and constructive. At the same time, you as a manager should seek feedback from your team members and handle it with grace and respect with the goal to improve. A good manager recognizes and rewards and celebrates efforts and performance with their teams. A good manager should be honest with their team and always defend your team. As a good manager, you ensure you and your team members always follow company etiquettes, the policies, and be ethical with the organization policies and how you behave. Should represent your department and the rest of your organization, and you should keep everyone in the organization fully aware and informed about the accomplishments and the progress you're making. Need to learn to work effectively with a diverse workplace and make sure you and your team keeps up with the relevant technology and tools and have the know-how to use them effectively. This is specifically true for using social media, conferencing, and collaboration tools. And when in doubt, always ask a more experienced manager for advice. Very important aspect for a manager is to know about the company and its structure, its product and services, your customers, and your competition. Your team will look out for you. They will come to you when they need this information. You lead by example. To be a successful manager, it's very important to focus on each of these areas and develop your skills in creating an environment where people are productive and are happy. With this slide, we conclude the Unit 1 on Introduction to Management. After completing all the units of this course, you will have strategies and skills, and you'll be more informed to be able to be successful in your roles as managers in your organizations. Thank you.